Hi everybody, hope you're doing okay out there. It is not exactly summer right now. Looking out my window, it's pretty cloudy, but I really do hope you're enjoying your summer holidays. In this episode, I want to talk about something that I think is really important to talk about because I think it's causing you guys a lot of stress. I've seen it in a lot of different areas on different platforms, and this is a question that's coming up again and again. And it's about this 33% grade drop that is supposedly going to happen in the moderation process through the exam boards, and I know it's causing you guys a lot of stress, as it would me, and I want to debunk that today because I'm just going to start by saying it is flat out not true. Your grades are not going to be downgraded by 33%, and I'm going to explain exactly why that is the case, and I'm going to explain how this myth came about. And how it came into prominency, and I know there's a petition with over 100,000 people who have signed it saying please don't downgrade us by 33% and whatever. So I'm going to tell you why that's a lie, just to help you guys have a bit more peace of mind, because Lord knows you have enough to worry about at the moment. So that's one thing that you can just take the load off and forget about. So here we go. Before we get started, I do at least weekly content on this kind of thing, debunking things from the news, explaining things, giving you timelines and advice on what you should be doing in this crazy corona times of education. So if that sounds useful, please do hit that subscribe button. Now, I saw Mr. Sal, who's a fantastic YouTuber by the way, you should definitely follow him, did a really good summary video of this. I know Maud from Adapt as well, who also does daily updates on her Instagram page. And in the same way, I received a comment from Honey Davenport and it got liked a load of times by you guys, and I explained what I'm about to explain to you now, but I think this deserves an entire video because I know it is a bugbear for you guys. So let's start with how this myth started. Well, it started with a newspaper article in iNews by a journalist called Will Hazel. And Will Hazel did some analysis of a report that I've previously done a video on, that you might remember some of the more die-hard fans of Beyond the Blackboard, on our first look at what your teachers are predicting you. And we saw a sample of about 1,000 teachers who had submitted their grades into this data company. So we had a first look at what your teachers were predicting you. And again, if you've watched that video, and if you haven't, please do watch it above, it's quite interesting. But in general, what was happening was that teachers were somewhat over predicting you compared to last year's grades, and they were sometimes predicting you by up to a grade's worth, and they were sometimes only predicting you a little bit. It varied from subject to subject, and because compared to last year's results your teachers were giving you higher grades than last year, it would suggest that in the moderation process there will be some downgrading in certain cases, because it would seem like firstly your teachers are on your side and subconsciously want you to do as well as possible, but also they've got an incredibly difficult job actually making this prediction based on not a huge amount. Now, this led to the key phrase in this article that led to all of this controversy, and this sentence goes: according to one estimate, if GCSE grades in England were to be kept in line with 2019's results, around a third of teachers' predictions would need to be shifted downwards. Now, that isn't that surprising. From that previous video I did from the data, we would expect a downshift if teachers are over-predicting compared to last year. However, what this is not saying is that all students are likely to be downgraded by a third, or 33%. That's where that 33% comes from. What it's saying that by one person's estimate, and it's a total estimate by the way, a third of students might need to be downgraded to get it in line with 2019, but that can be graded by 1%, 2%, whatever. There's no fixed amount that it would need to be downgraded by. It doesn't comment on that. So can you see through the Chinese whispers, the 33% downgrade has been misinterpreted. And so this has turned into this massive petition with, I'm just checking it now, over 180,000 people signing it, and it's literally updating as I'm looking at it. More and more people are signing it. but it's not the case. It's not going to be downgraded by a third. I keep saying the same thing over and over again. A third of grades may be downgraded according to one estimate by a certain amount. And that certain amount, if I had to guess, from that previous report would be maximum a grade at most, at absolute most. But again, I'm guessing as well. Everybody's guessing on this stuff. So yeah, I hope that's cleared that up. I really don't want you to worry about that. If anyone texts you saying, oh, did you hear about this 33% thing? Or, you hear it on the grapevine, you look at the petition, which is very scary to look at because lots of people are getting involved. It is not the case. Just don't worry about it. You've got other things to worry about it. And also you've got things to do this summer and enjoy. So yeah, I really hope this helps. If you would like similar content to this, debunking education myths, giving advice using my previous teaching experience to help you guys out in any way I possibly can, please do hit that subscribe button, like the video, and share if you fancy it. Alright, until next time, see you later.